Good afternoon. I had a question. I saw it in my last video in the comments. I'm going to read the question to you and then I'm going to try to answer it. Hey Jenny, would you consider doing an eyeshadow toot for old beginners? What I mean is I am dealing with aging eyes now, but I do my makeup kind of the same as when I was younger and it just isn't working anymore. As I age, it comes down to the nuances of what eyeshadow brushes to use for dealing with the hood or how to blend without muddying the shadows, that kind of thing. If you've already done this, my apologies for missing the vid, and as always, thank you. It never hurts to ask and never hurts to repeat, because I may hit on some new things that I didn't hit on last time. I'm going to bring you in a little closer and I will discuss with you the thought processes when I'm doing makeup on the members of the wedding party who are not in their 20s. Alright, so I like to prime the eyelids even on my older clients, and I'm going not a lot. Sometimes I find that the Painterly paint pot is too heavy and too drying and it makes a crepey mess. So you want the lid primed so your shadows go on true to their color, and so they stay put, and I just think you should prime your eye, but you don't want to overdo it. I have a little bit of liner on from earlier. I just slapped a little bit of liner on and some mascara and went to the gym. Okay, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. As you can see, putting the highlight, the brightener on my eyes makes a big difference already. And there was a mention of hooded eyes. So as we get older, our lids start to drape down on our eyelashes. So I'll try to keep that in mind as I create an eye look. All right, there's the first one. This one doesn't have any eye color on it. It's just red like that because they're still irritated a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna put Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and Brightener on my lid and underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and put it by the nose to brighten that bluish area. And this is like a flat concealer brush. I'm just going to smooth it out. All right. So that right there I think makes a big difference. I like the, especially if you have hooded eyes, I like the lid to be nice and bright and smooth and clean, like that. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Stars in Your Eyes palette for this discussion. As always, even with a more mature eyes, I take my fluffy, I think I always use a goat hair brush for this step. A fluffy goat hair brush. This one is the Sigma E135. E meaning I, I'm assuming. And I'm going to take a nudie color, and I'm going to put that, see, I have deep set eyes, I would take on my client, I would, in windshield wiper motions, where I want that crease to be. Usually when there's a hood, it's probably a little puffy. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But where you want your crease to be, not where it actually is. Do not put, I don't put my transitional color in the crease because it's already, I put it up higher, like that. I'm just following, on me, I'm just following the orbital bone. Running it along. Okay, also, okay, so that's if you have, you know, a hooded eye and it's a little puffy right in here, I would put your transitional color right there. She didn't specify everyday look, going out look, you know, nighttime look, whatever. So I'm just going to do everyday look, like for work. All right, for the lid, I want the lid to be brought forward. I'm going to start with the lightest color in this palette. You use whatever you have. I'm just showing you a demo. The lightest color in the palette, closest to the lashes. Like this. It's probably, it could be on your eye, that portion of your eye could just be hidden completely. So I wouldn't try to do liner or anything because it'll transfer. I'll show you, if you want to make your eyelashes look thicker at the base, I'll show you what I would do in that case. So there you have it. I use the same brush both times. After you've done your brows, I may touch up mine just a dibby dab. I'm going to take the ash brown pencil by NYX. So now, so that I can get right under that brow, I'm going to take that same light color so it lifts my brows up a little bit. Put on the tear duct. Okay. Now, if I had hooded eyes, I'd still want my lash line to be dark, so my lash. Usually I find that more mature eyes have lighter lashes. So it's harder to make those show. So I would put whatever, I don't know how dark your hair is, what color your hair is, but whatever color you're comfortable with, either Teddy or there's one by MAC called Phone Number that I put on mature eyes. But run it in your lashes and air towards the tightline. Like that. My curling your lashes will help so that it opens up your eyes. So let's do that. I think I like a lash, a volumizing, wow, I don't know what happened here. I guess because I already had some mascara on. So let's put some mascara on our curled lashes. You just want your eyes to look big and open and not look tired and bedraggled, right? And if your lids touch your lashes, I would probably try to keep my eyes looking down for a little bit until those lashes dry. And I would probably use a water resistant mascara. I know waterproof mascara is difficult to get off. Okay. For the underneath, I like to always look like I have lashes underneath too. I like to take a chocolate brown and give a little shadow, like my lashes underneath are casting a shadow. And I make it thicker on the outside and thinner on the inside like that. Oh, and I'm using the chocolate brown color. It's the third trio in this Sparkle in Your Eyes set. I always feel like a brightening concealer underneath makes, and I would keep it, don't get too heavy with it. Don't put too much because you don't want to get crepey under there. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Concealer. And I'm going to buff that in. And usually when I do this step, I make sure that where my eyeshadow is fading out on the corners, that it's fading out and upward. And you can kind of correct that with your under eye brightener. Probably and most likely you're kind of dry underneath, but if not, you can do that lightly. I think the Laura Mercier translucent powder is a little heavy. It can make me look a little crepey. I think the Mer The Powder is the perfect weight. Alright, now that we have our under eye shading, it's more of a shading or contouring, I'm going to go under here and put this is the Double Decker mascara. I would put a volumizing. If you wear a lot of moisturizer under your eyes, you probably need a water-resistant mascara too, so it doesn't transfer on your under eyes. There we go. That's a nice, basic, everyday look for work. If you wanted to bring it up a notch for going out, this is what I would do. I would take that nudie color and get a little darker. This is still from that palette. I'm going to angle it out on the corners and round it up here. I would just intensify it. Intensify this brow bone color up here. And you could bring it underneath a little bit. The one that you put on your brow bone, bring it underneath a little bit and diffuse under there. Then this brush, I'll wet it just a little bit. A more sparkly look, I would go with something a little more dramatic for the inner eye, the tear duct for nighttime. This is for your more conservative, mature eye person. I would wear this to the gym or to the grocery store. This would be my no makeup look. But anyway, for dinner, if you're a conservative makeup wearer, I would bring a little sparkle. Instead of just having a matte light white color or ivory color on the inside to brighten those eyes, I would bring in a little sparkle right here. And I would take that sparkle across the ball of the eye like this. Brighten that up some more. I don't have any foundation on. This was to be about eyes, not skin. Just make sure those lashes are... If anybody wants to know what lashes I recommend for mature eyes, you have to ask that in the comments, and I'll do that. I'll include something like that next time. So I would just bring, I wouldn't give a hint of brown under here for night. I would make it so you can see it. And it's only going to extend to 3/4 of the length of your bottom lashes. That way it just looks like a shadow cast from your lashes. You can get a little more bold with the, if it's still not enough, you can get a little more bold with the under the brow and put the sparkle there too. Instead of just a matte ivory, a sparkly champagne-y color there. Like that. And then when you complete your look with your blush and everything else, I always think it's, let me see if I can find a blush. Whatever blush you're using. And I know you've seen this before, this is nothing new. I'm using a kind of a coral blush here. Okay, so you've done the blush. I'm just giving it a whisper of blush here. Just to tie it in and bring some more light to those eyes. Just out here on the corners a little bit like that. Let's see if we can find a lip that'll brighten this look.